Shalom, all praise Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Kakadash. Double honor and praise to the Apostle Elders of GMS that taught me this truth, and peace and blessings to the Akim that has their life daily, pushing this truth with sincerity, and to the Alpha listening and learning. Shalom. Once again, my name is Aina. I'm with GMS Detroit Bod Camp, and this is just a quick lesson on the M.O.B.T. because we've slowly being pushed towards it. And we slowly seeing that this DVOC 91 thing it slowly is going to be this is going to be your way of identifying that you in full compliance to this thing. So and this is Esau end game anyway, because he wants you to get you chipped up. He want to do you like cattle, like you his property, like you his livestock. So with that said, let's get into these articles I got pulled up. I got three articles, and I got a thing from Wikipedia, and then I'm gonna come with scriptures. This devil, man, I just can't wait, man. Hurry up and do this thing, man, because we're waiting for this prophecy to be fulfilled. The enforcement of the M.O.T.B. and WW3, World War III, and then the end can come. The end of his kingdom and the beginning of our kingdom. The kingdom of the Lord to be established. Who you in there called Jesus. His name not Jesus, his name is Yahweh. And with that said, let's go. And this is in Australia. City hiring people hunters to pursue and find unvaccinated. Man. City Australia is looking for people who would be tasked with enforcing fines against those who are unwilling to get the DVOC jab. The recruitment drive comes weeks ahead of sweeping vaccine mandate and European country. Successful candidates will be issued penalties, processing appeals, and taking measures against those who fail to shell out their fines for being unvaccinated, say a job ad placed by the Australian city of London's. The opening lines say the job will suit those who take pleasure in working with legislation, administration, procedures. The employees' hard toil will be innumerable monthly, with a salary starting at from monthly salary starting at $2,774 pounds, and that's roughly $3,126 a month. To qualify for the job, an individual will have to hold an Australian citizenship and to be a secondary school graduate to be resilient, and prepared to work overtime and have no criminal record, and at last but not least, to have a valid DVOT 91 vaccination and recovery certificate or recovery certificate. And on top of that, women will be given priority when vying for the post against men with comparable qualifications. Oh man, they gonna put women in authority in doing this work. And let's go to the next one I got, man. This is crazy, man. Because in end game, it's about removing that paper documentation and inserting that the information from the paper into your body. You know, that's what it's about. Because documents can be forged, so that's what it's all about. Or to put the thing in you. You know, what they can say. Well, when we put the thing in you, then you can't be forged and say that you didn't take it. You know, and let's get to the article. DVOC microchip developer explain why people want vaccine passport implant. Swedish company has sparked a debate over showcasing microchip that can be implanted under the skin and scanned as proof as one DVOC 91 vaccination status. Microchip technology was developed in Stockholm based on a startup, Epicenter. That's the company that started this all this shit. But Most High started the whole thing because nothing starts without nothing be done unless the Most High sanction it and get the ball rolling. The tiny chip stores the DVOC 91 vaccine passport, and likes of which are increasingly beginning mandated across the globe. It can be read by a device using a near-field communication protocol, the same tech used by credit cards and other digital payment systems. And that's the gist of it. You know, I just want to keep moving it on, and that's it right there. Size of a grain of rice, and the Swedish company has come up with a microchip that can be inserted under the skin, so that users can carry their DVOC 91 passport in their arm. And it's all fulfilling prophecy. You know, the chip can be inserted either in one arm between one thumb and forefinger, with the data readable through the skin. The unique code generates the individual vaccine passport file on the reader. Its maker display in demos video distributed to multiple media outlets, and I'm gonna just play it. Shit, fucking I guess right.
So I have a chip implant in my arm, and I have programmed the chip so that I have my COVID passport and on the chip. And the reason is that I always want to have it accessible. And when I read my chip, I just swipe my phone on the chip, and then I unlock, and it opens up. This is a PDF, which is my COVID passport. And this means that it's always accessible for me, or for anyone else really who wants to read me. For example, if I go to the movies or go to a shopping center, then people will be able to check my status, even if I don't have my phone. If you understand how these implants work, they don't have a battery. They cannot transmit a signal by themselves, so they're basically passive. They're asleep, right? They can never tell your location. They're only activated when you touch them with your smartphone. So this means that they cannot be used for tracking anyone's location. And what matters to me is that the people who get chip implants, they do so because they are, on a voluntary basis, and because they're curious and they want.
Hold on that, because it's not going to be voluntary coming up soon, but let's like I say, papers can be forged, and we're going back to these times, back to 1942. This from Wikipedia. Papers, your papers, please, or papers, please. Papers, your papers, and it is an expression or a troop associated with police state functionary demanding the identification from citizens during the random stops at checkpoints. It is a cultural metaphor for the life in a police state. A phrase was popularized as the first time in the classic 1942 movie Casablanca, which depicted life in Vicini-controlled Casablanca through World War II. The film opens with the scene of police officers searching a hotel for refugees fleeing from Nazi-controlled territory. The first line of the film is spoken by the police officer to a civilian he stopped on the street. May we see your papers, please? The civilian produced documents, but the second police officer declared that it expired 3 weeks ago and began to tell the civilian he's under arrest. The civilian attempts to flee, but the police... But a gunshot is heard and the civilian falls to the ground. And man, this is funny as hell, because this shit is going to happen real soon. Right now, people thought that they was good when they got the two-hitter quitter, or the one-shot deal, and now they got to get the booster, what, they gonna have to get another booster and another booster? Hey, it's funny. So, it is what it is. It even got sure. During the DVOT 91 pandemic. Oh man, you can't make this up. Oh man, let's just deal with scriptures, because in the end game, it's all about them about fulfilling prophecy, and it's gonna come down to it's gonna cut down to Sharia high laws where you can lose your life for this thing. Because if it ain't gonna be voluntary. It's going to be mandatory that you get it, or you're going to be put to death. And this is Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And if you do not come in full compliance of their mandates of the system, because their next measure is to make you put that thing under your skin. It's coming. And if you don't come full compliance under that mandate of that measure, hey, it's gonna be a death order out for you. You know, hey, you see that there's hunters. They got hunters looking for people hunters looking for people that's unvaccinated. So they're gonna have hunters looking for people that don't have the so-called DVOT 91 passport chip. Man, this is crazy. Well, it's prophecy. It's not crazy. It's prophecy, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. And we have the technology right now that that this thing right here is happening.
You've got mail.
You know, we have the technology right now that this thing is happening. You know, and John the Revelator seen this over 2,000 years ago. You know, that no man might buy or sell or save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And how you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell or save unless you have some type of technology that electronically transfer funds from one point to another. Hey, a lot of y'all about to shoot me outside. Hey, let's get it going. Hey, I'm tired of this place. Let's get out. Hey, hurry up. Bubba. You know, please. Hurry, y'all. You know. Here is and when we go into that word mark, it's charagma. And Strong's info, charagma, a scratching, a etching, i.e. stamp, a badge of servitude, a sculptured figure, a statue, a graven mark. Hey, if you get that so-called, you get that thing. Hey, it's a badge of servitude. It is what it is. According to the scriptures, it's a badge of servitude. And if you accept it, it's gonna be on you. Because they want you to get it. They're gonna try to force you to get it. You know? And Revelations 13:8. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of beasts, for it is the number of man. His number is 66. And when we go into that word right there, 666. is sky size stigma, and we want to key in on this word right here. We want to key in that word right there, stigma. Hey, remember that word right there, stigma, because we're going to go into that word. Because, hey, that word right there is very important for us to finish breaking down this thing. Hey, it's gonna get to the point where you gonna want to eat or whatever, and the only way you're gonna be able to eat is by making a digital transaction, because money's gonna be done away with. You know, they're gonna crash the system. They're gonna crash the dollar. They're gonna crash the ruble. They're gonna crash the yen. They're gonna crash the euro. They're gonna crash the pound. You know, everything gonna be digital currency. And the only way you're gonna be able to make a transaction is through a digital transaction. You do it already with your debit card. You know, we've been solely conditioned into this place right here, to fulfill the prophecies. And for opening up my eyes that I won't be a fool to willingly accept it. You know, and a lot of you so-called Jakes, you two-thirds, you gonna be like these Jakes right here, and that just came out of Egypt. You gonna be like right here, Numbers 11:4, and there was a mixed multitude among them that fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again and said, "Who shall give us flesh to eat?" And we remember the fish which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and and onions and the garlic. But now our soul is dried away, and there is nothing at all besides this manna before our eyes. And y'all gonna want to eat, y'all gonna want to drink, y'all gonna want to smoke, y'all want to do all this shit, y'all want to get back to normalcy. And y'all gonna get that thing up under your hands or whatever, or put it in your arm like that guy. He got it in his forearm. Hey, it don't matter where you get it. Hey, all you gotta do is willingly accept it, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is gonna destroy you. You know. Hey, the scriptures say that he's smarter than Daniel. Hey, they smarter than the children of light. But you Jake's gonna accept it, because you so in love with the system of doing things. This is matter of fact, let me get the scripture, because he gonna lose the laws, statutes, and commandments against us. And the script that and matter of fact, let me get Exodus 21. And this is what he wants. He wants indigenous service for him forever. I just showed you it was a badge of servitude if you take the charagma. So if you take the charagma, it's a badge of servitude. Now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. This is Numbers 21, 21st chapter and 1. These are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant 6 years, shall he serve. In the 7th year, he shall go out free for nothing. And that 7th year is the year of Jubilee. If another Hebrew person had a Hebrew servant slave, a Hebrew servant as a slave, he can't treat him like other slaves. But after the 6 years, he set him free at the year of Jubilee. And then at the year of Jubilee, he's supposed to let him go free with substance, where he can take care of himself. If he came in by himself, he should go out by himself. And if he was married, then his wife should go out with him. And if his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master, but he shall go out by himself. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my wife, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. And then his master shall bring him to the judges, and it shall bring him to the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door and unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. And that's what they want. That's the end game of the lease. They want indentured servants forever. They want us to be slaves unto him forever. It's not enough that they have the kingdom right now. They want us to be slaves unto him to the next life. When Yahweh Shai and the angels come, they still want us to be subjected under them. But this is not going to happen, because the scriptures say that the elect will not bend a knee at the Most High said he has 7,000 servants that will not bend a knee at Baal. And coming soon, and let's go even further and get more understanding of this karma, this stigma, this is Galatians 6 and 17. From henceforth let no man trouble me, for I bear in my body the marks of the Lord Yahweh Shai. And when we go into that word marks, it's stigma. And stigma, from primary stizo to stick to i.e. prick, a mark in size or punch for recognition of ownership, i.e. scar of service. So if you take that thing, you saying that you love your master, your wife, your children, you will not go free. Esau's your God. The system is your God. You love the God, you love the system more than you love Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Outline biblical uses: a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Ancient Oriental uses: slaves and soldiers bore the name and the stamp of their master, commanded and branded or pricked or cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there was even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with tokens to their gods. And you saying that Esau is your God, and this is what the Most High gives you if you accept this thing. You take it. I'm gonna just grab this one last scripture because I don't have a whole lot of time left. This is Revelations 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. And Elon Musk and Synchron has a brain chip. So that's also fulfilling this prophecy right here. And this is about to start coming real soon. And the saints shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture, in the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb. And if you get it, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to jack you up. One more quick scripture. Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the seven angels, go your way and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went and poured his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon which had worshipped his image. And this is what you're going to receive if you take it. Hey, let's get that word. Noisome.
Strong's G 2556. Kakas.
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 And matter of fact, outline biblical uses. This is the word noisome, of a bad nature, not as it ought to be, a mode of thinking, feeling, or acting, base, wrong, wicked, troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructful, baneful. And baneful is a deadly. Yeah. Hey, you take it. It's gonna be a noisome. Let's get that grievous. Let's go to outline biblical usage. Full of labors, annoyances, hardships. It's gonna be rough for you if you take it. Pressed by harassed by labors, bringing toils, annoyance, perils. A time full of perils to Christian faith and steadfastness, causing pain and trouble. A bad nature or a condition, in a physical sense, disease or blind. In ethical sense, evil, wicked, bad. And if you take it, you're going to get them nukes, them thermonuclear missiles. Hey, the lake of fire. Hey, the lake of fire is the thermonuclear missiles. So, hey, I pray that this video was edifying to the hopeful elect. And with that said, hey, all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kakadash. Double honor and praise to the apostle elders of GMS that taught me this truth, and peace and blessings to the Akim that have been hazarding their life daily, pushing this truth with sincerity. Shalom.